Yeah, I'll take you guys' request in just a moment. Pull up the tube. FYI, so if I'm not here and somebody shows up, I have to go at about 9:45, 10 o'clock. Um, I gotta go with Peyton to do birthday shopping for Ellie. She's adamant about me doing this, so which I mean I am too, but she kind of sprung it on me a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna probably step off for about 2 hours, and then I'll be back before the end of the day. Hopefully, whatever's gonna happen happens within the 30-40 minutes that the market's open, and then we can go from there. Yeah. All right, we're live on YouTube. All right, so let's start this out. Obviously, and I'm not always doing this, but in these conditions, it's good to know exactly what's. Did I hedge IW? Of course, man. Yes, yesterday was one of those positions that had to be hedged. I warned. Yeah, I definitely warned people that if you were taking a position in this environment, and it was literally no less than 5 minutes after 4:15, 4:20, and they blazed it, dude. So yeah, I'll have a good time. All right, so real quick, guys. U.S. stock index futures before the bell. We obviously saw a climb after media reports said the U.S. was seeking a month-long ceasefire in its war against Iran, easing investors' fears over prolonged energy supply disruptions. And commodity gold extended its gains, supported by a softer dollar and a sharp 4% drop in the oil prices have helped temper worries about inflation and further interest rate pressure, even as conflicting signals from the U.S. and Iran on ending the war kept investors on edge. Optimism around the potential de escalation spilled into the markets, with European shares rising more than 1%. Asian share markets rose. Chinese and Hong Kong stocks advanced. The Japan's Nikkei notched its strongest gain in a week. Couple headlines here. I'm going to go over these. SpaceX aims to file IPO as soon as next week. This is never mind. Meta ordered a 375 or ordered to pay 375 million in a New Mexico trial over child exploitation. And then in kind of good news, U.S. ramps up fuel exports to Cuba's private sector. Not stock related, but human related. U.S. judge says Pentagon's blacklisting of Anthropic looks like punishment for its views on AI safety. So pretty interesting shit rolling up in there. OpenAI drops AI video tool Sora, startling Disney, which Walt Disney Co. and OpenAI teams were working together on a project linked to Sora, OpenAI's video tool. Just 30 minutes after that meeting, Disney's team was blindsided with word that OpenAI was dropping the tool altogether. That's actually pretty fucked. That's pretty fucked. That that's now. I'm just gonna mention these, and we are welcome to go and look at them ourselves, right? But a couple of stocks here. I'm gonna keep this short. ARM, U.S. listed ARM shares jumped nearly 12% pre-market trading on Wednesday after its chip firm projected billions of dollars in annual revenue from its new artificial intelligence data center. GameStop had a 14% drop in fourth quarter revenue. I don't really care about that one. General Motors, the company's which was received South Korean government rescue package in 2018 to stay in the Asian country, said it plans to invest 600 million in its local unit to upgrade manufacturing facilities. Intuitive Machines, the firm said on Tuesday that NASA awarded a space startup 140 million dollars, and blah 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 blah. And Palantir and Endural are working together to develop software for U.S. President Donald Trump's Golden Dome anti-missile shield initiative. Very good. All right. So that's entertaining, and we'll see obviously with what this brings us. I think as of late, and again that came out earlier. Fucking hate Twitter, dude. It's got to be the worst thing on it. They delete that whole thing. Let's see. Russia may reinstate temporary ban on gasoline exports. That's pretty interesting. 59% of Americans say the Iran war has gone too far. Iran tightened controller of the Hormuz shipping. And that's about it. So pressure's still on. Okay, Israeli military, a short while ago, several waves of strikes were carried out on Tehran. That's, again, pointing towards resolution being a little bit far away. What's going to hurt us? U.S. Energy is Iran now charging 2 million in won, not dollar. Yeah. Yep. Yep, Mike. That is what's happening. No money made in peace. Nope. Not. I mean, this is what Eisenhower warned about, right? About the military industrial complex finding profit in war and then lobbying and urging lawmakers to push us into more conflicts. Uh, yeah, we got what we paid for, and that's exactly how it, unfortunately, I mean, has materialized. So, yeah, Israeli military carried out the strikes. Yeah, what's up? No, you're good. Oh, yeah. Okay. No, no, that's only for people who signed up for the class, like during the actual workshop. If you signed up with yeah, if you signed up and you got it while I was teaching class or before, you got that time. Yo, Poppy, do you think 2026 men are mostly bi because of how gray they act? You are beautiful and pretty. I'm out. Um, anyway, you see Trump blamed Hegseth for Iran. He was also clapping his shots at Israel, dude. Yeah. All right. Well, if you have anything individual equity wise, I saw some of you guys talking about PLTR, so we'll take a look at that one again. I'm looking for 24-hour setups that are not in range, obviously to avoid unnecessary difficulties. So good news here, and if you saw the chart yesterday, we talked about needing to stay above 156, so you could fill up this candle on a lower time frame. This could lead one to already believe that there might be day trading opportunities. Okay, please don't do it like that again. That was fucking demonic. Okay, so I might take that back because that's such a shit piss area. I mean, I'm sure you could probably make money off of that, but I would be looking off a retest of that top. So watch that 156.60 bounce and then map this out in pre-market like that. So that gets you there. But that's all I could really promise until you actually get a hold of 160 and push over 160.89. So, oh, not gonna lie, that shit fucking hurts. I'm tapping, my finger is tired. Well, that's too damn bad. No, I was kidding. You better quit, quit your crying. You do, yeah. All right, let's see what else do we got. Wolf looks good. Well, let's see. Wolf 24. Yeah, I could agree with that. I don't really have any stake in this one, but over the highs of today, which is the same high that you struggled with before, I'd be looking at that overhead 1760, same area that you wicked off of last time, right there. So 1761 would be the target to the upside. Look at the weekly on Wolf. I think, yeah, that's it. That's enough consolidation to get it done. Yeah, that could be a huge play. So just looking at this one, right? And my instincts immediately tell me that if you were looking at Wolf and you're looking at the amount of time, right? And again, resistance included, right? And that also means gaps, but 2027 would be a first target on the weekly. And obviously 26 would be one of those major overhead targets, but you would definitely need to be in some leap like action, maybe July, in order to capture the entirety of this thing. So it's not a bad setup at all, and that is an extraordinary amount of consolidation and that's what you want to see. I, I mean, that's why I made the watch list that I did last night. So speaking of, yeah, motherfucker, this thing gapped up to. Well, actually, what am I mad about? You gapped up to resistance, so you should see a pullback first, and then we have a clear overhead pre-market orb setup for a gap fill to 68.20, and then obviously looking at a $69 target to the upside. Not a huge play, but could be a good play and definitely room for runners. Um, Wait, what? Bro, get blocked? Who are you talking about? What are we talking about? Are we fighting in my chat? No fighting, dude. That's number one rule of the chat. If you're gonna fight, do it off chat and on camera. And send it to me for 15% off. Just kidding. Yeah, go fight in Alex Trade's chat. Wolf has earnings. That's not a question for me. You know that. I would look at the earnings thing. Yeah, I hate that I have the same name as him. Yeah, but you're doing better on it. All right. So Marvel up. Now you gap up, guys. What's the rule? If you gap up to resistance, you are going to fall. That is going to be the first reaction off of that. So 93.80 would be that first bounce directly underneath us, and where we would be looking for price to respond. Very simply, very clearly. Now, if you zoom down here, and I can kind of see this before I even, yeah, exactly. Beautiful. You have a pre-market box, and this is going to be incredibly useful for you to try to get this thing up and out. You've got a floor that you've lost at 94.68. You're falling quickly, which that could be good news. I would look maybe a little bit further down, as there is tighter structure at 93.50, but of course that is where contact is going to be made. But looking at where that 4 o'clock candle would also be, which is damn near around 93. So this is the trigger over 95 for continuation to the upside on Marvel. So not a bad setup. AMD to the upside. You should earning indicator on chart like the event. Did I just have a stroke? Try that one again. Time to go. Oh my goodness. I can't even look. You look so pretty. Oh. Oh. Did you draw that too? Yo, can I have that? I'll fight mommy with for it later. Let go. Let go. Yo, that is adorable. Let me show the internet, Peyton. Or Ellie. Dude, that's art. Yo, this is selling $1,000. $1,000 right now. You want $1,000, Ellie? All right, let's see what happens. Going once. 1,200. All right, we got a bid for 1,200. We got all the hearts. Oh, Galaxy. I'll give you. I think that's going to be about $1.50. I'll give that to you. 1,500? Oh, Ellie, you're rich, baby. All right. That's amazing. Oh, with the rose necklace. Yes. Oh, picture day is gonna be amazing. Hmm. They're spamming hearts, and look, the bid just raised to $7,000, Ellie. All right, sugar. Here you go. Mm. Me? You made it. Thanks, chat. You guys are awesome. Bye, baby. Have a good day. Oh, thanks. Thank you guys for the gifts. That just made her smile. That huge W's, guys. Thank you. Yeah, that just made her smile big time. She was like, she's like, they're still spamming. All right. So no arguments on this being a potentially pretty good setup. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I appreciate that. Um, but I swear I'm not just trying to show them off. This shit fucking hurts. Actually, I had to take them off last night because I was sleeping on them. Um, Here's how I'm gonna do this, man, because this is gonna make our life a little bit more simpler. Yo, damn, a diamond gun, dude. Thank you guys. Thanks for the gifts, yo. I will donate those. That will be for Ellie's birthday. Whatever gifts that we get, I'll give it to Ellie on her birthday. I'm not gonna lie though, this is fucking, excuse my language, sorry. This is the cutest picture she's ever drawn in her life. Like low key, like this is the best. I gotta keep that forever. Yeah, look at that. Can't AI that. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So here's how I would do this, right? Because we do have structure, not necessarily a clean box, right, above us on the hourly time frame. We can use this and utilize this as a way to snag an entry, right? So you can already see kind of price sitting at that 210.50. So let's look and dive in a little deeper. So if you're watching AMD today, and yes, this does require your lower time frame attention, you'll notice that you're sitting right up against 211.37, 30-minute time frame. You move over to your left again, and now things starting to straighten up a little bit more. Now we can say 212.75 would be the first trigger to get this thing moving up. But if this only promises me a new high, where would that individual high be? Unfortunately, 30-minute time frame only allots 216.75 as a first target outside of that range. However, it would also be here. So you would have two areas to clear. And I think at that point, market willing, right? And that is an important element of this setup. Market willing, because you did take, it's taking you 4 hour candles, basically obviously 2 days or whatever to get here. So it would be nice to see it get its foot, on the gas pedal and start moving. So, not, yeah, straight to the fridge gallery is right. That's correct. Um, so anyway, yeah, that's my 2 cents on AMD this morning, and I mean, it does, especially on the weekly, right? You've got pretty solid consolidation. Wow, actually, hold on a second. AMD is going to be moving soon. It's nice to be able to say that, right? To be able to just know, that's like check one for me. Is like, is this, what's the likelihood of this moving? What's the date and range that it's holding? And this may not work, guys, but ooh, God, dog, damn. Ugh. All right. So anyway, that's the weekly, right? The 24-hour speaks the same story, and the simple answer here is above 215. Now, being above the 50% mark of the entire range obviously gives you an edge and would likely lead to this potentially retracing back up. And I see a 231 target if you're looking 231 at least there. Now, again, you look at the 24-hour, and this one's speaking a different language, right? So definitely worth considering now that it's sitting on the floor. And you can say the same thing about it, some other semiconductors that have been sitting sideways like that. So let's see here, UAL to the upside. So that's, yeah, SNDK. So real quick, there you go, right? If you're trading, that's that's your setup, and you can again sister that into your chart. All right, UAL to the upside. You did have a gap up. That gap up did not really do much of anything other than get held underneath these wicks. So that is going to be the proper area of, or points of contact that we can encapsulate this entire range. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really like that either. I'm not a big fan of that, but I'm going to give it to it. And I also see a pretty clear in the shower right now. Can you show me NQ? Sure. That looks good. Not you in the shower, but this does. 98, and I mean, realistically, the candle comes up into 99. So, I mean, yeah, that looks good. UAL looks good, but what do you need, right? You need to be outside of that, and that needs to translate all the way down. It couldn't get easier. Obviously, expiration and timing are the only variables left there. So, yeah, chat is diabolical right now. All right, let's look at NQ for Shower Boy. I'm not gonna lie, that rejection could be not great. That's not great. That's it. So here's my range for you. This is the range that we are currently contained in. Period. End of story. As we move down, you'll notice, right, that this becomes clear. And that is our signal for continuation to the downside. Now, if you were to speculate, right, off of this rejection, a potential continuation to the downside, sure. That's a lot of rejections. That's a lot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, again, that's only 4, but that's 4 rejections overhead. And if you encapsulate this whole thing, that's 2 off the bottom, right? Yes, I am looking at the 1, 2, 3, 4. So you could say, but I'm looking at a single session, right? So maybe give it 2. Uh, but as of right now, NQ does have a cost basis that you're moving into right now. So if that's lost, look at the floor at 2430 at 330. All right. It's only 8:30, guys, so if you have requests, drop them in here. So now we're selling off. Got to wait for the open, man. Yeah. I think, I mean, if I'm just, again, I would assume that nobody really is buying it, at least right now. The optimism can only stretch so far. However, we haven't lost enough to say that a full reversal is coming. So it could be just as easy to pop right back up in there. I believe we talked about Nike needing to kind of grab that second floor. And it definitely seems like this morning you could look for a bounce and re-break over $54 for that upside move. It's not a bad setup at all. Yeah, I would literally be down on the hourly, probably a little bit lower. No, I'd stick with the hourly. So 53.81 and 53.66 are going to be your most important or pivotal levels. Good morning, my Krispies. Joy, that really stuck with you, huh? That's a crispy setup. Did anybody see that dude that I posted last night that was live? That dude was nuts. I don't know if anybody saw him. McDonald's. I feel like the more that McDonald's drops, the more that America heals. You know, is there a is there an American healing factor that could be correlated with McDonald's stock price dropping? I wonder. Yeah, seed oils. Yeah, probably. Yeah. So what are we looking at doing on to McDonald's? What are you trying to do to this thing? Trying to get a happy meal? What was the intention on it? Who still eats McDoo? I don't know, bro. Okay, all right, never mind. We got a McDonald's participant here. He is the reason that McDonald's is still up. No, just kidding. Make it large. Crocs Happy Meal. Oh, dude, I don't know. It's almost you know what? At least with like one of those mini skateboards, like a tech deck, you know what I mean? Like that still makes sense. You can use your fingers, but like, what am I supposed to do? Walk on my hands? Come on now. McDonald's is banging. I don't care what you say. Yeah, it's supposed to be banging, but it's dude. That yes, eat. Have you ever had your have you ever had a sweet old lady make you an apple pie? Just I don't think I can resonate with that one, but I feel you. I am that way with a couple of different things. I'm not gonna lie. I used to be that way with Pavlova. Mom loves me, or moms love you, or are you just trying to rub it in that I don't? No, just kidding. Is banging the calorie deficient? Yeah. I see. I don't know the Yeah, me and McDonald's, we parted ways about a decade ago. And I think it was probably about 3 months ago, dead of the winter, if you want to call it that here in Georgia. And I, I can't remember what it was. I think it was like they had a Happy Meal toy. So I was like, you know what? I don't let my kids eat it. So I went and got like one of the Happy Meals, and then I got a chicken sandwich, like one of their crisp, cheap. I actually used to like those back in the day, and I hadn't had one in a damn decade. So I was like, I'll try it. I took one bite, trash. I couldn't even finish chewing it. It was just felt so artificial to me, and even dude, the mayonnaise had the consistency of like a high class hair conditioner. I don't know how to describe it. It was unusual. Anyway, yeah, back in the day, I think yeah, back in the day when I was flat broke, McDonald's slapped and did what it had to do. But anyway, so with that being said, transferring all of what I just said to the analysis on the chart, I have no clue. No, just kidding. You do have a secure candle close under 314, 314.50, which would be your upside trigger for that happy meal to 321. However, I do not have a clean box directly underneath me, which makes this a little bit more difficult. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I think I'd be rather seeing. In fact, if you move down here to the 4 hour, you'll notice that the candles are all shoved down, and so it would be over 311.25. You could look up. If everyone started to eat healthy, there wouldn't be enough food. Not true. If everybody started to eat healthy and grew their own food, Victory Garden style, not that bad. But also, there are sustainable fast food practices. I present. Hell no. Yeah, I was gonna say like our most of the corn that we grow isn't even for human consumption. But yeah, Burgerville is still something that could be utilized, but they do draw from local sources around the area. So they have like seasonal flavors and like it's dude, honestly, one of the best chains I've ever been to was Burgerville. Just throwing that out there. Anyway. All right. McDonald's looks like poopy. Uh T downside 24-hour. I mean, you haven't lost anything yet that can we can really just, pin this one as being bearish. I think that's 2850. And I think that should translate. Watch this. Let's see. Let's see if I'm full of it. All right, do you see the box? What, the whole thing? Oh, for sure. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Well, let's look. One down, no clear support. You push down and you actually bounce off of that. So that right there would be only a range. You then pop up and you actually get outside of the candle close and into the wicks. So I would honestly expand that fucker up like that, but it still doesn't yeah, so I honestly, dude, if you're looking at it that way, then we would assume that there still is a possibility to make a new high as long as you haven't lost anything detrimental to, where, and I think now that I've got that established on the hourly directly underneath you, you should have, yeah, 2880. I would if I had to do this, I would probably start a short under 2870. No, I mean, well, if you look at this on a lower time frame, the tap, 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 right? So that's 1 2 1 2. So you've got the box, you lose the floor, you then reclaim it, right? You then and yes, you have made a new high. You did punch through that small box, but you haven't lost enough yet for this to be considered bearish. And with the structure directly underneath you, right, or boxes underneath you, and the empty space back above, it might be a retest that you're looking for first. The McGangbang, yeah, that's crazy. I had that before, way back. Dollar menus, you get the McChicken and the that $1 burger. What's the other one? I forgot what it's the third one. McDouble, a McChicken. I saw someone do a fish fillet or whatever, and you put it all to get. Nah, yeah. You gapped up directly to that candle 131 open. Um, I believe there should be a bounce. Actually, hot diggly dog, you actually already hit it. So I would be looking, and it's kind of interesting because you're wedged like almost in between that green candle and that green candle, 24-hour time frame. So all of this would be, yes, super true. Anything below 128.80 and you're looking at a gap fill, anything up and above that wick, and I would be looking at a target of 133.18, like that. And oh, look at this. Perfect. The McRib, dude, if you see me eating a McRib, punch me in the ribs. Dude, that the place that makes McRibs a little sketchy. I may have been radicalized by a small mini documentary on it, but Affirm is looking better and better for that potential pop back up. Not gonna lie. Yesterday's candle was pretty sweet. Now you are still stunk under $46, so we got work to do. Above us on the 4 hour, we're going to have this area of consolidation. Now, it's not normal, right, in the sense, and this is where you guys need to use discernment to be able to see, right, whether that's qualifies as like a full box, right? You have this wick out and then drive back down. So I would really be focused on $48, but we know that this is my trigger to take it here. I like the trade. I like the trade a lot. And today could be that day. You could be looking at a potential entry with a little bit longer expiration contracts if you I'm not saying long, maybe next week or 2 weeks out, but over 46, 49, that could set up. I do like it. I like it better now, obviously. Did I dye my hair? No. No, I did not. Why? SMCI. That one is still sitting directly up against that overhead that I left there last night. Was that a box? Yeah, that was a box. So it is quite literally over 22. So just erase everything, right? Reset. This is good to do in the morning. Now move below, reset. All right, there you go, right? So price is likely going to interact with what's underneath it before it interacts with what's above it. So we need to break over 2290 to start reaching up into that 2320. Watch out. I'm going to give you another target. 2310 is an area to watch out for a fake out. The way my hair hangs over my eye is so majestic. What are you guys on this morning? You guys stop. All right. What if this shit gets to my head? What if this gets to my what if I'm wearing Gucci down to the socks like I'm Benny Popper? What happens? What happens when Jorge is sending me outfits to buy? You know, Balenciaga, Benny Blanco. Yo, someone just sent me a pot of gold. That was good timing. All right, let's see here. NBIS has pockets up and down. What are you, pickpocket? You sure about that? Hold on, let me see your dang old chart here. Ah, okay. Yeah, watch out for that floor though, boss. Look. Tap, 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 and then you have that. Yes, I would leave the level that you have there as well, but don't leave that out because that is your floor support here. So cool, nerd. Yeah, everything is sweet. That tiny little curl. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are weirding me out, dude. Now I know you guys are just looking at me with your eyes. I'm gonna go back to pretending none of this is actually happening. I'm in a simulation. I cannot listen, I can't I would actually say, dude, you need to lengthen your target, brother. Because if you're gonna go for it, you might as well go for it. If you take that trade, if you took this trade, I love the I love the idea. So great job, Philo, on that. Great up, right? I mean, it's 129, but also down, dude, up to 99.12. Um, now to use your channel, but 99.12, 103.80 would be an area to look for a potential retest. So I'd pay top dollar for a lock of your hair. All right, I'm trading in the Discord today. All right. Let's see here, and then so not a bad setup. I like that one. CRWV. And by the way, if you see a setup that somebody else has requested and you like it, talk to that person too. You guys could probably come up with a plan together. If you like NBIS, also why is TikTok so horny today? I'm not really sure. Maybe it's the microplastics or something. Don't fight it. Yeah, I'll look at Tesla in just a second. All right, so real quick, CRWV, what are you looking for on this one? Uppies? Okay, let me see your chart. Okay, acceptable. Oh, no. So now the only thing I can say about this right now is the candles are mostly weak, right? Like we're not getting super and that is, again, typical behavior for something inside of consolidation like this one. But yeah, it looks good. Let's not overcomplicate this. It does look good. So let's look at the 2 hour. Okay, so everything gets clear above 89.60, but the first step of this whole process is going to be a candle close back on and moving through $86 to progress for an $88 push. Um, could be news, right? But that's a great setup. Great empty space. Um, I'm tempted to draw a downtrend, but I don't know if it's going to be entirely necessary here. Again, not that's definitely the current control. It might not have a clean bottom or top, but it is the current control. So I'll leave it like that. I'll leave it like that. And that's again, we do not use channels as the law. Do you buy crypto or like other things? Yeah, I buy crypto. Not recently. I let the experts. You know how many people like their entire life is researching crypto shit. I don't have to put much effort into it. You could backtest, five really solid crypto analysts as in terms of like what coins or what, crypto is safe or, all that other shit. Like you do your own research, but there's if you get, a handful of people kind of centralized around the same thing, then I'll put money into it. I just use my strategy to buy it. So thank you guys for tapping your screen. Yeah, XLM market cap looks good. Yeah, this is a good play up to 20 cents on that one. All right, let's see here. Levi up. I have not seen this one in a long time. Now it is, again, no straight lines on this one as well. I mean, you can't really even overanalyze candles when they're moving through empty space. But I do recognize the consolidation that you have pointed out. I don't like that. I looked at Tesla. Yes, I've looked at Tesla. I'll look at it again shortly. I think this is best. This has got to be best on the highest time frame. So 1935 is step one, and then at that point, yeah, you can look for continuation up. Um, it's Levi Stratus, so or Stratus, whatever the fuck. Okay, so I double down on that 1935. So all right, HYMC, Highcroft Mining. What are we looking? Upside. Remember, please let me know what time frame. Like if you have, because I'm always going to start with the highest time frame. And on this higher time frame, you got a massive. What's likely to become a weekly range. Um, and that's where you're at here this morning. So I would say that 37.75. How does that translate? 30. Yeah, that's it right there. 4 hour. It all all on that 3763 and 3922 are going to be the two, and it doesn't have a bad, that's a solid little channel there. Oh, Albert. I looked at Tesla literally like the first minute that I was on live, so. All right, what else do we got, guys? I'll get to Tesla in just a minute here. Zoom. This one's on my do not trade list. When does this company? No. Yes, dude. Listen, I have all sorts of. Listen, if you use toilet paper and I have a bidet, it doesn't matter as long as everything's clean. You know what I'm saying? I would have a good reason, but that doesn't mean that you believe in that same thing. You know. So, but that being said, when does this company die? That's what I want to know. When does death's cold hands wrap themselves around Zoom? You're never getting your investment back. So hard to chart XPVE. XPEV. Yeah, listen, that's what I teach in the workshop. I teach that if it doesn't make sense, move on. We focused on the ones that make sense, and yeah, with something like that, I could totally understand. All right, now I'm just gonna and you're looking to take it up, so let's make this clear, and it should be absolutely clear. It is absolutely clear. It is going to be a candle, 24-hour candle above or holding or pushing over 78.37, as well as the 79.89 level to get to that empty space up above. This is also a candidate for something that could try to drop a little bit lower. However, you are sitting in between two ranges, and this is why you are chopping. Open what? What are you talking about? Hurts my brain? Yeah. A lot of new people do this, unfortunately, is like they'll learn this, any strategy, and then they'll try and go and force it on some shit that doesn't make any sense, and that's the worst. So, um, listen, APP I think might end up going into kind of like a downwards chop area, like kind of something like this. Yes, there is potential for continuation underneath 405. However, if you are able to hang on and bounce, there is reason to contemplate or speculate on maybe another run back up. So you should wear more V-necks for us. What the fuck is going on right now? That is haram. Neo 640 first target. It's kind of hot dog water. 594, $6, and then over 603. Those are going to be two. And listen, with this setup, you cannot afford to reject this overhead and fill your gap. You fill your gap, and there's a good chance that you might end up actually pulling back down again. So I would want to see price push, either gap fill quickly and push, or you got some nice eye. Oh my god, ugh. Nuts. Where's my fucking where's Benjamin, dude? Where's Benjamin Netanyahu? I can tell already. Crocs? You know what though? I did actually see this one move it up pretty hard off of that floor. Last and final area to bounce, which was right there. So, hey, can we do something else, please? Weird. 8250. 8250. Let's see the 4 hour. So there might be some minor disagreements with that, but I say 82 flat and 8250 are going to be two areas to focus on. At that point, you would be looking at this 8763 as a first target. Now there is empty space directly up above you, so if you're just looking at it this way, right, we need to reclaim the floor, move through the 50% mark, and outside of 8755. So slow motion, but I just went over AMD, so if you haven't seen that one, check it out. I'm going underground. Hey, I'm back. I could see potential. They can do. Amazon does look good. Okay. But this is one of those setups where I want to know, right, that my stop loss, because you got a lot to work through. And we've talked about this before about, anticipating, right, overhead resistance and planning your expiration around that. First level is going to be 212.83. Now, there's obviously, the potential to take it to that. However, it's above that I think that price action would maybe ease up a little bit and allow price to move up to 216. Damn. I will. Austin Potter stocks. Oh, was Monica under there? That's crazy. Oh my god. Um. So and again, this is please everybody be on the lower time frame, okay? And feel free to announce what you're trading, in the Discord. No signals, but if somebody else is watching with you, you confer your boxes with them, but make sure you're on these lower time frames. If I'm not always diving into the 5 minute, but you have clean structure on Amazon, and you can use this, that, and this as areas to potentially get in. Can I tell you the skin routine? Oh my god. What's up? What's up, boss? How would I circumvent that if I wanted to take an early entry? There you go. Right? So a lot of people find safety in structure, right? And I'm not a stranger to that either. So if I see that we haven't left, I know that my contracts aren't rising expeditiously in a direction that's or in an area or rather in a direction that's going to make them eliminate the risk to reward for me. So with Amazon or with anything, right? If I see a overhead higher time frame breakout, right, that's potentially to come, right? And this isn't necessarily cream of the crop, but I would use this structure on the 5, on the 15, because these are still areas that price is going to protect. So if I can, shit, if it was right now, right? If the market was open right now, I'd probably be in right now. I'd probably set a stop loss right here on 2 weeks out. Right there. Lose the wick, lose me. You look so good. All right, you guys, stop. 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 I'm lasering you. You forgot everything. Just look in the red light. All right, stop that. Also, show your cat this. Point it towards your floor. Yeah, I'll hit you guys with the light. I got a taser for TikTok now, just in case they get crazy. Little pepper spray. Probably destroying my camera. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. 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 Yeah, I think, with like if let's say I was going to take this to 230, again, the market's open right now, that's my stop loss, right? Real tight, right up against where we're breaking out at the moment. And then, yes, I mean, when you know that you have 24-hour or higher time frame resistance. Now, it's great that this is coming up for the third strike or the third tap up here. So there's a higher probability of continuation there. And that's probably obviously why people would be looking into taking something like this. But yes, you would have to have, maybe at least 2 weeks of expiration, 3 weeks of expiration. And here's the deal, guys. Why would I, and this is for those of you who haven't taken the workshop, why do I want contracts that I think the question, two questions, right? Do we expect for AMD on a regular day to react to this area, right? It's like a Play-Doh snake. But the answer is yes, right? We expect for price to, and especially with the way it's going, could pop up here, try the floor, could fail, could build, right? And could pop up. You have to think about this from, hold on, this is not the right song for right now. I can't believe we made it through half the thing. But no, this is something that you would want to be outside of the 25-day window when you're looking at running into major overhead resistance, right? The shorter, cheaper expirations, and this is why people who are new struggle so much with patience, because they are trying to take these candles that, like right now, unfortunately, some people would try to contemplate taking 2 or just even a week out, trying to get it all the way up into the 230s. And every once in a while, you'll get rewarded for that because, occasionally, if you're trading out of a box, you know, a lot of the times you'll rip outside of that box. But those reinforce bad behavior because ultimately you do not want to have resistance that like some people try to act like it can't happen or that possibly this time like you are going to react just like you react on the downside to the floors. You're going to react to the upside, to your resistance, and that's just how price behaves, and therefore you have to be prepared for that. And if the conclusion is it's too expensive for me, does that mean the opportunity is over with? Does that mean we can't try to take advantage of this? No. It means that your opportunity lies in the path with the least resistance, right? So you take it's Tuesday morning, right? We price opens up, let's say today we end up pushing right up into here. So price opens up here, pulls back, right? And then pops up. You could take that pre-market high if you gapped up there, right? You could take that pre-market high, but if price moves up, and again, it's, Tuesday, Wednesday, if it moves up and hits 219 and pulls back, you're going to be down more than you were when you first got that contract. So it's important, like at that point, you would say, or you would even move in, and I'm doing this all in an imaginary time frame, but if you hit this, chances are you built something lower time frame, and you would want to avoid being in that breakdown or rejection at period. So yeah, anyway, I digress. That is sometimes smaller accounts have it harder. They just do. Smaller accounts have to be everything, and that's the toughest part of this, is like that's why I want people to be patient when they're going through the workshop, and not to try to rush in to run after the money, because you've got a lot to learn, but you also have to know. You learn patience by having to be strategic and knowing where your low risk but shorter expiration contract would generate the most value. And the conclusion after years of doing this is it's going to be in here. That's it. And anytime I find myself trading through empty space, or excuse me, trading with shorter expiration contracts, and we don't have that space, I learned this lesson, years ago, but that's where you get burnt. And that's why I'm so particular about how and where we open, because usually that's a tall tale sign that empty space is inaccessible. So, all right. Uh, Good talk. Yeah, you got it. And feel free to bring this up if it's moving, or if you're looking to get in, or if it's punching, if I'm live, man, feel free to talk to me about it. If I'm not doing anything, incredibly time consuming, then I'm here for you. All right, PA. Did I do this one? Pass Pan American Silver. PDD. I did take PDD. Yes. Where is it at? I didn't even look actually. Eh, uh, we'll see what it does off of earnings. That might be a hold and slow dance. You filled up all the empty space right there. So if you could punch that overhead, maybe. It missed 21% and then pot. Oh, okay. Hmm. With an earnings trade like this, I'm holding all of it. If it, unless I um, somehow can get away with, getting out or something like that. But that's crazy. That's crazy. What was their guidance though? You fucking know that shit drives me nuts. Don't, and you do it. You I have to award the consistency though, because as a fellow troll, shut the fuck up. Yeah. God, such a banger. Pale vegan hip pain. I don't know if I ever listened to this one before. Pale vegan hip pain. I like that. All right. CCO, 24-hour time frame. What are you trying to do? They have earnings. Take it to 27.10. Or is that a signal? Can I take that right now? I'm gonna take it. We did it signaled, guys. 27.10. Yeah, yeah, I would give you two targets and definitely a straddle setup. Because you could punch through your own blocks right here at 24.50. But yeah, I'd say 27, 28, and then downside Now that's intriguing. Because when CCL does pick a direction, so you know what? It kind of looks like this. We're here in here. That's curious, man. That's curious. If you're back on that floor, maybe not, but this might be one that I would lean more down to like 2150. So interesting. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. All right. Coin lower time frame. Okay, thank you for telling me. What are we you looking at a little scalp day trade here? Quick question. Your eyes are looking beautifully green. Does that correlate to a green SPX? My eyes are blue. I appreciate that though. And no, there is no current correlation between the pigment inside of my eyeballs. All right, so 5 minute scalp, empty space above. Yes, good man. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's a juicy. I would really love it if it would wick the gap. That would just make me happy. Um, Again, market cares nothing for my happiness. In fact, it would actively seek it out and destroy it if it could. I like 180, 186.49. But again, if again, pull back, that would probably, and well, hold on. This is a wide fluctuation of price on the 5 minute. So uh, a tough time applying shit like that without enough points of contact. 189.50. That's 50% of the empty space. So let's split from here to here. That's 188.35. So I don't hate it. I think the entry makes it a little bit better. So yeah, if you guys are I love how the men are flirting with you. Alex Potter's the Chris Pratt of trade. Oh my god, dude, you guys are yeah, all the men are uh making advances. Have you ever tried? No, I'm just kidding. I was just joking. Iran won't accept ceasefire, just reported CNBC. Okay, thank you. Nice job, Kramer. I appreciate that. Paul, that's crazy. That was crazy. That was deep. Hey, let's go, dude. Yeah, I was a little terrified, brother. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna go dig it. Oh God. Underneath a bank? Okay. He said, come on, man. Yeah, give him some love too. Let's see here. Russia, yeah, we what is up with Walter, dude? This motherfucker. Hezbollah chief fighters determined to continue without limits. Hey, Trump. Okay, so Iranian sources say that they want a full end to the war, not just a ceasefire. Lebanese army says missile debris that fell on Tuesday over multiple areas in country identified as an Iranian-made ballistic missile. Oops. Says okay, so but they're pretty forgiving about it. They said it's a little accident. Trump taps Zuckerberg, Ellison, and Huang to tech panel. Powell Navarro says Powell staying at the Fed would be absolutely toxic. I love this. Start charging. Yeah. Yap City, baby. All right, what do we got? Anything else, guys? Schwab? I don't. Huh? Oh, what's up? Ah, that's right. That's right. That's right. I just remembered. Okay, so and I think he made money off of it. So I mean, hold on one second. My cat's going across. Fuck. Traded. I got exercised on a option Q 586. I only have. Wait, those aren't the same people. What's that? You and the guy that just asked what contract, they all sound the same. That's me. We told. Yes, it's brothers from another mother, man. You got brothers? Forget about it. Oh, that's my man. Yeah, we do sound the same, don't we? Uh, yeah. I have always, yeah. uh, I mean, at this, I was just gonna say, no, you definitely should be able to, but I was gonna say, maybe to 1150. I mean, you could grab like a far out of the money, depending on the risk to reward. I don't know what it is, but like somewhere in the 216s, just in case it did scream. Um, Me personally, sometimes when this shit happens to me, I find the next overhead resistance expecting a brief rejection off of it, which typically will move money back into my, doesn't cure, but does kind of help. So I kind of would be looking at a rejection possibly off of 21150, but I mean, yeah, there is a possibility that I just go ahead and cut it if you see fit. Yeah. Did you take a big position on that? Okay. All right. Yeah, something. Yeah, he said. I mean, it's kind of interesting that it's in a still holding its downtrend, but what the fuck kind of cult ass music? Oh, Cody, that's right. I Good morning. Hello. Took me a second. It's okay. Why does everybody want to trade Nvidia so bad? I'd rather try to rock climb up a chalkboard with long nails. That's a good one. Uh, People so determined to trade this thing. See, there's a lot of things that like Nvidia, dude. Look at this thing. This thing looks like it's primed to. It's got a set up to the downside. 175.77, 174.64, and then a drop to 172.89 on the hourly time frame. Could be an order. Le order. I am, and you too. All right, so really quickly, brief announcement before we get rolling here. I'm leaving at 10. That was dramatic. I'm leaving at like 10:15. I gotta bounce. I gotta go birthday shopping for Ellie with Peyton. By the way, this is the picture she drew this morning. I can't get over it, so I just had to show you again. But yeah, so kind of a short day out of me. Yeah. Look at my profile picture. No way. Dude, look at it. He changed the. I'm suing you. You'll be hearing from my lawyers. I'm gonna make Ailey rich. No, I was kidding. I finished looking at Circle. Not sure I did. And yes, the workshop is discounted. That ends today, and so does the yearly one as well. And I do not discount the workshop very often, so take advantage of it. Circle. Why not square? What if you only traded shapes in the market, like square, circle? I don't think there's other shapes actually. Now that I come to think of it, I do see. Okay, so it's so funny how life works. Look at this. Watch. Skirt, skirt. 108.20. If you can clear that overhead, and I think the only thing that you have to clear is right yonder. That's 106.97, 15 minute. Yeah, I concur. Yes, all set up. All of this looks exactly the way it ought to. So you're damn. That's a casual. Damn, there is triangle energy. Yeah. Damn. Trying to get us some of that insider information. I was kidding. Just kidding. Joy. Yeah, dude, that's it. That's actually really cute. I'll show Ellie that when she gets home from school, dude. She'll be like, "No way." Yeah, somebody on TikTok made it their profile picture. Yeah. All right, it is 9:25. Everybody hopefully has their setups ready to go. If you don't have anything set up, that's okay. You can wait for one. A lot of you guys need to stop fucking around with these ODTEs. I've been watching and I've been seeing people tearing themselves up with the ODTs. I can't stop you from doing that kind of shit. So, really quickly before we get started here, MCHP. I am still watching this one. However, it is gapping up to the overhead resistance. I don't expect for things to respond kindly to that, so I shall wait. $67 is the overhead. There is a gap fill at $68. So that is something that I am watching today. I am looking to place my stop loss now that everybody's here. I am looking to place my stop loss at $67. Good 15 minute candle close outside of that. I also am, and well, we'll see if I am now. I am watching into it, and this is a lower time frame setup. My only concern here was, I'm just double checking on this to see if anything's changed. Yeah, the contracts are insane, so probably not for most people in here. However, the 250s, I was thinking I was looking at them yesterday, and the spread was a little bit wonky, so that one's probably not going to be for the majority of y'all. Uh, UPS. It is back. I just don't. I can't. I couldn't get back into it. It did gap up, and I do expect fully for 99.90 to get hit, and that's the extent of it. Because with this large overhead box, let it tell you when it's going to go. Yes. Yeah. Last one was CRM. I do like CRM. If you are watching, I like this one actually I like kind of how I like it a lot. It'd be kind of cool if it consolidated till Friday because then I might be able to nab something scary. But I do like a target overhead, folks, of 191, basically 190, and a potential trend target at 188 to reduce the risk. So I do like CRM. However, I do expect that if it pops fast, which is why this is the trim target. Damn it, stop. What are you doing? Yeah, that's what I thought. Stay down there. Anyway, if it pops fast, this is likely to become range to build for the bigger punchback into another really good play up to 210. Juicy and delicious. Nutritious. Yeah, you got it, yo. You got it. Bam. Hair gets in my fucking Israel wants me to look at IWM. I'm suspicious of you. Yeah, little false flake. Up 1 minute exactly. Also, if you have nervous butterflies in your stomach for no reason, take a deep breath, close your eyes for the next 10 seconds. IWM has a retest at 249.80, 250, 249.87, and as well as a breakout over 256.65 for a target overhead at 254. So butterflies just appear when I look at your stream. Okay, it's interesting. All right, last one really quickly. Tesla has hit the target. I cannot promise any more until we get 393. So beware below. And you get, if you're got a good expiration, do you, boo boo. But basically below that 388.83, there's an obvious gap fill to the downside. All right. Ding 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 ding. Good pop. Gonna go ahead. Been really cool if you would have filter gap. Cannot read your last. You said the workshop. You can't what? You can't see it. Okay, I'll fix it. Do you have my coffee? Yes. Oh, yeah, they do. IWM struggling right up against that wall that I talked about. Cat block box is blocking IW. Oh, you're talking about on your screen? So over that wick, again, we could try. If this fails and you lose 251, I could see a pullback for sure. Just having that aware, everybody aware of that. It takes a second, unfortunately, man. Hopefully, if it can hold right here and actually give you a bounce, that's a blessing in disguise. You got a 130.50 retest. I hope we are in ominous times. People don't really seem to, yeah. MCHP just popped out here for me, outside of the top of that box. Mm-hmm. Yeah, to the upside, I see I see a limited move. I mean, yeah. Dude, yeah, and this is four reject. This is four off the top, and the way that I was just gonna say this, the way that you're moving, right? The way that you moved here, not great. Um, Too fast. So you're gonna need to come back. You're gonna need to retest, and then you can start grinding and building up. So, all right, Tesla. If you are in Tesla, fucking beautiful bounce here, moving higher. Anybody in Tesla swing? I know Astros. You don't have to say anything. I know. Uh, the huh? I guess my question to you is, where are you taking this and why? Well, I guess the if I look at this, hold on, let me transfer Tesla over here. Whoa, doggy. All right, I have one last target for those of you guys watching Tesla. I have a target of 397, and obviously, yeah, 396.89 actually to be exact. Now, moving over to SPY here, my boy. This is what I see, and I have, no questions. Four across the top. Immediate overhead resistance would be 662, right? So, if you're taking this off of that premise, sure, you could look, but oh, you're looking down. Yeah, and then you can also utilize even the lower time frame structure that you've built underneath you here. Tesla new high. I don't know why I sold. Yeah, I'm up pretty big on that. I grabbed Tesla yesterday. I got stopped out actually, and had to shimmy back in. It bounced and broke over the same exact trigger that I took it at, so I kind of felt obligated. MCHP still sitting up there. CRM's contracts are just too gross. However, good pop. So, that's a decent start. But yeah, the contracts are just a little fickle here. All right, we're moving. Damn, Astro. It's Tesla time, dude. Oh my God. EA Sports. It's in the game. PLTR is fucking melting faces right now up to that first target. That was a beautiful punch. 158.60 right up into the floor. Yeah, Tesla and PLTR are ripping ass. MCHP is moving higher. Where was that dude yesterday who kept fucking trying to be contrarian and tell me that he was going to go short on MCHP? Where you at? You were bullying me yesterday, and I don't appreciate it. Iraq oil output collapses in mid Hormuz disruption. Iraq has slashed oil production by 80% down to 800,000 barrels per day as the strait storage fills and exports through the Strait of Hormuz remain blocked by conflict. Baghdad has ordered further cuts, instructing majors like BP and Eni to reduce output at key southern fields. Officials warn production could fall even more if disruptions persist. This is the price target for Tesla was just now. Meta just laying off fucking. They're about to possibly pop up here to the highs. They're laying off a big part of their workforce that just came in. Yeah, lay off hundreds. Cost basis is right here. Stop losses are right there. Again, if you're looking at Meta going any further, um, be careful. Okay, you're moving. You're not moving into empty space. So, but I see 608 on the overhead. Tesla, that was my target. Now, zoom out. This, that's Bubba. Not bad. Do you trim any off of that? Astro? Okay, good stuff. Damn. Listen, if you are in a trade and you don't know where you are going to take profit and it is all based off of the profit itself, you are going to suck at trading, quit now. Or have a system in which you know where you're getting in, point A, where you're getting out, point B, and possibly where you let your runners run, point C. You have to know these things or you are going to suck at trading and you're going to make your life hard and you're going to cry. And then I'm going to take those tears, I'm going to collect them, and I'm going to put them in water futures, and I'm going to make a bag off of those. I'm just kidding. Um, I do have actually some SMCIs that moving. Wee. Oh, not bad. Oh shit. Okay, so it. Yeah, we're moving. Just keep moving your stop up. No need to have a specific profit. Yeah, I don't have a specific profit in mind when I take a trade. I mean, I obviously know the risk reward is great. Because my system just kind of like is pre-programmed in. So AMD's ripping ass. Yeah, fucking. There you go. There she blows. See, one of the things that I am eager for in the future is I will have a team of people running my shit. Bullish on tier water futures. Agreed. Agreed. This is pretty big for. So again, take the time to zoom out. Look at AMD, right? We're sitting. Fuck. Who drew these blue lines? You suck. You are well above those 24-hour candle closes. It is only in between you and 219.45. MCHP new high to the upside. If anybody was able to grab that one, we're looking good. Again, I have a target overhead of $69. But also first, we have 68.18. I think our boy was. Dude, it has great higher time frame empty space. You are correct. 216. 216 would be correct. Yep. IWM. What are we doing here? If anybody has any part of their swing trade on IWM, IWM did dip and now has whipped right back up to those highs. Good shit. Um, so we're looking over these wicks actually. So you're already getting kind of stopped out here, but you look at that 253.25 area to break, and then I have that overhead trigger of 253. Now, if we can get, again, I'm watching rare, but I'm watching the news, right? Kind of as it comes in here. Uh, because if we get a sit down talk and progress moving, the market will delusionally pump its ass up here. So PDD does have empty space up to 104. I'm gonna let that one marinate for a second. Good goif. Tesla's still holding. Yes, Tesla is still holding. AMD is motherfucker. If you took that one though, that was pretty fire. I could not do it. Yeah, I see IWM mysterious. It looks good. Oof, that's gross. Man, I tell you what. Hit him with the news. No, I'm just kidding. Hit him with the news. Something feels a little sussy. Anybody in circle? I can't be. Mother. Oh my God. Are you in that, Kristen? You in that? No shit. Look at you. Look at you. Now look at me. Now look back at you. What do you see? Profit. Do you nab that coin? Oh, fucking fire. Sheesh. Nice job, Marco. Fucking nice job, Marco. Do you see that? Marco had a question. He knew what he wanted to do and he did it. Make it clap for Marco. All right. Meta got faded at that structure. That's why I hate when things rip up in there and don't actually get a candle close. It's a little suspicious. That's 4 fucking rejections overhead with empty space. If you have any longs, maybe look at a potential reversal off of this. 584, 584. What are we looking at? Okay, those aren't bad. And I need a candle close where underneath that floor is bearish. And again, it would still be high risk because you're moving into structure. So it would be technically a gamble. So if this fourth rejection, again, a rejection is something that falls underneath or loses something when price is refused, right? So we did just get rejected back underneath 590. However, not a rejection back underneath 589. So IWM is also struggling as well. Yes, a lot of everything is now struggling up at their highs. It's a gross song. What's up? No shit, bro. Dude, fucking congratulations, man. You've been putting in that work. Let's go, man. Yeah, dude, lock in. That's amazing job, man. Now you need to lock in one more time. I would even like maybe take a breather, just to breathe and then bring yourself back. That's amazing though. Congratulations, dude. Shout out to Shimano, dude. Dude, I'm proud of you, man. What? Talk to me one more time. I was in an ADHD wormhole. I'm back. I took some 584s just a second ago. So yeah, well, I mean, I'm kind of assuming the worst, but just you don't get 4 rejections very often. And it could be right now in the next 10 minutes that Trump comes out. And again, none of this. The only thing that applies to my system right now is that waves, which waves are only helping us build a theory on where price is likely to going to break. And right now, with 4 rejections overhead, you haven't lost your floor, but that's definitely a start to a potential breakdown. So I look at what's underneath us. The most logical target is 587. Now you could play that. Well, actually, I take that back. It's 588, right? The floor, 588, 587. But because of the 4 rejections overhead, I think it's worth speculating on. Now, to your point, yes, there's, a potential drop down into that 585 area. So if you're right, I'm right. And we're right together. I didn't, but give me 1 second, and I will do that on the other screen as I try to prepare. Guys, the White House just called. I'm placing $1.5 billion bet. I'm just joking. Please don't do that. It's just a joke. Just a little play on the current climate. Not bad. I bought those for 55. I might add. All right, so real quick, if my theory is correct, right, with those overhead rejections, it would be fuck off here. We got an ugly floor. So we're gonna want to hang out over here or under here, and we're gonna want to lose that. Period. Okay, thank you. That's a good start. Preach, preach. Yeah, speculative Q dumps. Well, there you go. Okay, never mind. Well, fuck off. Damn. I'm so good. 100% already. Holy shit. It's volatile, yeah. My theory right now is short term short, at least down to obviously the floor here. We're gonna watch right here. Okay. We're gonna watch right here. But damn. Okay. We're gonna make a bag. Really? Holy shit. All right, now I will trim here a little bit. This is an area where sellers would try to catch us on, or we could catch a bounce. There it is. Damn, I was like, oh, we. Ah, wow. It might bounce right back up. You might be right. That's why it's speculative. But I did enter it right here. So, but I think we're also asking for this candle to completely engulf that fucking. And again, maybe Iran and Israel, mostly Israel, chills the fuck out, at any moment, or Trump pretends like it might happen. Who knows? But if you just took that or even speculated on it, not bad. I think okay, so right now, based off the response that's not over yet, we have 2 minutes left in this 3 minute candle, but based on the response, right, we're not really grabbing hold of anything quite yet. We might. Let's look at the 1 minute. So this is where I can go down into the lower time frame and start problem solving. So it is a candle above 588.05. They're holding. They're holding. I think we get one more tick right here. At minute, yeah, there it is. Come here. Come up yonder. There it is. Now give me the rest. Give me the goddamn rest. MSI does look good, bro. Sorry, I'm busy. 442.21. All right. Not bad for a little speculative short side. I am still holding, obviously, runners for like continuation there, but I'm going to give you a vaccine that makes it that you can't stop out and you go broke. It's a part of my Make Kids Broke initiative. Sorry. Oh no. Oh no. I'm still up. Yeah, I made a little bag. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm flossing right now. I'm still in. I'm going to hang on. I'm going to hang on. Not because I'm stupid, but because nothing has been reclaimed other than this 1 minute floor, which I'm not really convinced. Potter with this strat, bro, get out of here, dude. Why do I have to delete all of your messages? Come down. Do it now. Benjamin Netanyahu. Save me. Oh, wee wee. Drive it. Drive. Now watch this drive. George Bush me. George Bush me. Now watch this drive. Come on, right here. Come on. Come on. Get, get the fuck up. Is AMD still a thing? I believe that thing ripped all the way up to the top, like we talked about, right? And reacted to the top, like we talked about, which is why, if you're looking for the bigger play, if you were looking for the short term play, you got it. If you're looking for the longer play, you need it. I would not trade. I would watch for another 30. That's too late, brother. It's too late. I'm already casting out my demons. Yeah. And to repeat, just I literally just took this position up here. I added to the position as it crossed that 589, and I got what I wanted out of it. So if I get stopped out on it, I am not going to cry because I don't give a shit. Because and also the 4 rejections overhead, dude. Come on now. We're gonna need to build a little bit more than that. Let's take a look at the 30. Okay, 30 juicy, 15 juicy, 5 minute. Ah, a steep fried. Yeah, Mike V. I'm profits of profit. Runners are running, so we'll see what we get. I tell you what, though, folks, real quick to go ahead and front run a potential reversal. Keep your eyes peeled on this, right? This is obviously where price would absolutely squeeze up to its next 5 minute target, which would be right here, and a possible run at that 583. So I'll let this retest. You could feel free to re-enter if you'd like. If this thing so how do we know that a potential rejection is going to be coming? By the way that you pop up. If you pop up quick enough, right, price will reject and go try to fill that empty space that you created. If it doesn't have enough volume to do that, that's where you'll get a reversal from. So can I get 250 or below on IWM, please and thank you? I will send out a request immediately, sir. That's going to be a tough bastard right there. IWM is kind of shitty being up against. So what is it? Where's the hardest place to trade? Against resistance, and obviously inside of the box. So will it reverse? I feel like news has got to be what reverses this thing. I'm still short. I'm still short. I might fucking add to this shit or go a little bit further out. Yeah, I mean, I ain't fucking scared. I'm a little scared, but not that scared. All right, now I'm scared. Yeah, 589. So somebody looking to the upside, a scalper could be looking above that 588.50 here. Come on, baby. Just want a little taste of that 587. Just a taste. All right, prepare for that. Yeah, you bounced off structure. You're going to clear the wick and leave. And then that's going to allow price to pop. There it is. So why do I know that that's going to happen? Because price opens outside of that control. Now that is pushed out, it can obviously get pulled back in. But you popped higher because of that and it's a 1 minute candle, so you're going to get a 1 minute move. But that opens up outside of those candle closes, and then you pop higher, obviously unable to grab anything. And oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, if you rush too fast down to the floor, that will give you another area to support, and this turns into a box. The chat does go quiet because people are trading, yes. I would like to see a clean flush down. Got a lot of rejections overhead. But this is building a box on the 45-second and 1 minute. Which, again, we're not trading there. We're just watching to see how price is moving at the areas that are important to us. Here, here. That should be a clean move right there. Come on now, doggy. Nah. Yeah, dude. Not PLTR, but I did get Tesla. All right, prepare. I had Tesla contracts this morning. I know you know. IWM needs to dump to my target so daddy can go buy a bag of chips. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry if you're German or anything like that. Oh, yeah. that's, that's good. Right? Iran reviewed proposal and considers them excessive. Excessive ass proposal. Come back here. Damn it, you little shit. Bouncing off of the target here. Fuck. Somebody start playing salsa music right now. That was a good little trade right there, my friends. And yes, I am going to hold runners for what could possibly be the entirety of it. The trade's free now. Wee. Yeah, Iran just said Iran reviewed proposal and considers them excessive. I'll tell you what's excessive. Now that's a punch. That's a punch back. Well, we're at cost basis now anyway. Boy, if you eat that candle up right there, I'll be a happy camper. But I highly doubt it. All right, you got a candle secure on the floor, so watch that floor bounce. Right up there. And obviously punching or moving through this structure on the 1 minute would give you access to that empty space and retest of 588. I was short, yes. I took a short off the 4 rejections off the top because that usually results in a dumpy. Right, Jorge? Jorge picking avocados right now. That's agugate papi. All right, candle close on the floor. Now trying to go ahead and punch through this box. Yes, I'm looking at the 45-second. I want to know whether or not, if I can see it, I can trade it, right? Or I can react to it. So I know that above 588.40, the day's done. What? Wait, dude. I'm worse. I'm worse than the cartel, dude. That's hilarious. Potter's got bling on. What the fuck? Since when? Will you stop? You never let me have anything, Mom. He was picking avocados. He's dead ass agugatu papi. in the on the farm. Ooh, if you're playing this to the upside, this is tasty. What's up? In Mexico? Are you serious? Never would have thought that. Also, dude, what the fuck? Look at the strategy playing out. On the 45-second, you guys just watched a punchback. Everything still applies. Look, candle close, you're bouncing off of it. Clear it. You calm down. You calm down. Can you lay off, get off my back? Okay, Dad? I mean, Zevo? Hey, I got. You get off my back, man. God. Yes, you're right. Yeah, I'm trying to make presents right now. Oh, dude, you didn't have to do that. I will hand deliver that to Ellie. Yo, I did not have. I had to give Ellie $20 from the Tooth Fairy the other day. This economy is ridiculous, dude. But I just didn't have. It was like, well, her and her brother were playing on the in the living room, and Ao hit her with a pillow, dude, and knocked her tooth out. It was it was hanging by a thread, dude. So like it's totally okay. Good cost basis bounce right there as we're trying to push over that 588.60. If you get that push right there, we should see a nice move back up into. There's going to be this wick right here, and then these candle bottoms. So I want to spank the bottom, and then I want to pop here 589 just like that. Wee wee. Oh yeah. Ah! This is where if it was 2020, dude, I would have crushed a dab right there, dude. Just that'd have been the only logical thing. So tap there. Now again, remaining empty space. Let's see. I see this, and then I also see this sneaky bastard right here. And this would be the first time, right? The first time that we would be looking at or excuse me, I don't know what the fuck I was just trying to say. That is where some sort of headline, positive headline's got to come out because I feel like that's going to squeeze us out. What are we listening to right now, dude? Sounds like a fucking bomb. Now, just really quickly, zoom. No, I did not. But it really quickly, because this is a retest through that empty space, and by reversing through the rest of it would imply that we are going to possibly reverse all day. There is a possible reversal. There is still more empty space to the downside. This go round, it would be here at 586.24. So keep that in mind as we're moving back down. All target good scalping conditions right now. And you bastards who got me back into futures, the only reason I'm doing this is because of you. See what happens? I get lost in the sauce. Now, the sauce is delicious. It's like a dry aged tomato, sun dried tomatoes sauce, creamy Alfredo. So it's good sauce. What's up? Do I see UNH down? By Luigi. I do see it down now. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah. Right now, off of the candle's not closed. So, I mean, starting with the engulfment, right? Now, Iran Press TV citing Iran demands establishment of concrete guarantee. I would want steel or like titanium, preventing reoccurrence of war. I don't know. It sounds like they really don't want war. And it sounds like there's a country out there that really wants war. It's really interesting. Anyway, UNH. So yes, I think one of the main reasons would also be the fact that you're engulfing all of yesterday's price, right? That's I'm gonna stay down here, guys, on the 45 second because it is clearest structurally. Look at that, guys. Look, sorry, I'm with you. We did it. You need to send me your real name or like another name to call you. I can't keep calling you. We did it. You did it. All right, watch right here at 589.22 and 589.30. I think a reversal signal for sure will obviously be below that floor on the again 45 second, and that would drop you back down to that same uh hold on. So you'll see 587.19 and then you'll see 586.71. Where the fuck did you get that picture? Get this man out of here. Get him out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I'm not saying go short. I'm saying that is the level that buyers would not want. Now, if you are scalping right now or you're speculating or whatever, that right there, what we're sitting on at the moment, closed back underneath, you can see the wicks off of that 50% mark right here at 588. So, this grants that and price would naturally move here. Now, if it happens fast, because it's already a box that you've punched through, it is possible for you to pop up and retest first. Two rejections over here. It's called manipulation. I'd say market mechanics. I think that's what people call. There is manipulation, don't get me wrong, but obviously, i.e., Trump. But it's so funny because, like, yes, manipulation, but also mechanical. Yeah. Christian, you said deja vu. What happened? That shit freaks me out, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then the scientists are like, yeah, it's just your brain, like, not processing time right. And so you have already seen what you're perceiving and it's relaying late. I'm like, give me some proof, dude. All right. All right. There's that next pop. So again, 1 and 2. Very nice. Okay. Reaction. All right. We just need this. So again, you have this. And this is, like a B a B range. Beautiful. All right, now we're starting to really put the heat on. There's 50%. Yeah, if you got, dude, be trimming in this environment. Be trimming. You said data centers held well. Okay, I'm dumping over 40%. I'm over 40%. On what contracts? I was gonna say they should be up a little bit more than that. All right, dude, this pensive ass music, which is called, oh, the song's called Fat Man. All right, it's Denzel Curry again. Sorry, guys. I don't have time. I don't have time. Does IWM have upside? Yeah. I mean, I'm not promising anything right now with just a recover the floor, but with engulfing this range, yes, yes, absolutely. If you don't like the music or you're new in the Discord, you just need to mute my stream. You can still hear me, but you can't hear my god awful music. Like John. John hates my music. Tell him, John. Zebo, what's happening here, dude? Did you blow your account but upside down? That's fucking weird, dude. It should be red. Yeah, brother John, sorry. Peace be upon him. Yo, is that Starboy? No shit. What's up, Starboy? Have I tried futures? Yeah. That's just diabolical. What's up, Jorge? They're ridiculous, dude. The ones that get me, dude, are like the smiley faces. I don't know why, but they just it's wild. Iran says need guarantee against any future attacks on country. Iran demands guaranteed payment for war damages and costs. Damn, boy, they turning up the fucking. Damn, that's fucking. Sorry. Yeah, but I don't think that they want us to like go in there and build it for them. I think they just want some cold hard cash. I don't like IWM as much, but I will tell you this: great tension. This one's likely to follow that move. Hayden, I'm fucking tearing this market up right now, okay? Will you don't look at me like that. I know we're supposed to go. I'm tearing up the market, not Margaret. Hold on. You said I'm sorry. You said SMCI? Is that what you're asking about? Cisco. I'm sorry, dude. I got like yeah, what do you have on this one? Oh, that's right. Well, oh, casual 350%. I like a stop loss right now in the 15 minutes, 15 minute, 5 minute range right now going red. Watch a retest of the floor right here. All right. If you've reclaimed it, look across the board. If you've reclaimed it, you're going to want to hold it. These are things that you can look at as rock climbing, right? That example I give you guys in the Potter Box workshop. If you grab hold of something and you get to cost basis and then you backslide, you got to be able to hold on to what you've reclaimed. So, but otherwise, I mean, this is a pretty incredible range to be trying to actually punch through. I think that's pretty crazy. Um, Made a baggy. Let's go, Joy. Yes, though with Cisco, I do think right now it looks okay. It is a little squished up. Let's look at the 5. So is this kind of like a runner position for you? There is 100%, and I see 82.27 right now. I mean, where you're at actually right now in this 3 minute time frame is the overhead that you're going to need to reclaim and push over. Let's go back down to the 3 minute here, 2 minute. So I see the end of this empty space right here on the cues. I'm not going to tell you to short anything, obviously, with us moving up, but that would be an interesting area for a seller to speculate or maybe a quick rejection pull back down. Again, great stop loss, good discipline. If those are not characteristics you have in a scalping situation, turn tail and run, son. But yeah, I'm actually there it is right here, right now. And also if you have more than one contract, obviously you could trim since you're up so nicely, but this is right now, bam, there it is. So I would want to see this candle just blow through this right now. But I will say the channel's pretty clean. Am I live on YouTube? I am live on YouTube. Oh, PD. Yeah, 1 second. I got you. Um, Hold on. What's going on? PDD is ripping ass right now, guys. If you held on, what are we looking at here? Okay, a little bit of juice. So you're back green or back flat or green on PDD to the upside. So, again, you can look at what's up above you. I have a 108.37 target, and then let's get back to AMD. Good push on Cisco. I'm still watching that one again to clear that wick exactly at 82.34, and then obviously the overhead high. There you go. Nice bet. Not bad. All right, now let's look at the 24-hour. Okay, so the good thing about this is you're well above where you needed to be, and this is true kind of across the board. 216.81. So that would be an area that you could and would now start. So now that you've found that, and this is again top-down analysis. Top-down analysis is literally looking at the reversal side of this, right? 216.81. And then as you move into the lower time frames, you look, watch, see that 5 minute, and now it's the 50% mark of that range that you created right here. So yeah, that would be, and it's the end of the empty space. So that would absolutely be an acceptable retest. Okay, good new high on Cisco. There you go, man. Dude, I'm telling you guys, focus. Why did you get into the trade? Because of the chart. So if you get out because of the money, you're not trading the chart. Q's up against that overhead high on the 5. Again, this is that empty space that I was just talking about on the 590. Hold on, P. I promise. All right, so if we do get a reclaim of this floor, the next target would be 591 due to the empty space on the low. Well, actually, I might have to take that back. Okay, we are trying to grab that floor. All right, is anybody in? Is it? Is anybody still long? Or anybody long? That punchback was solid. Filled your empty space. Now we're basically trying to. It looks like we're trying to go and fill up the remainder of it. Yeah, I just have runners now, so the trade should be risk free for everybody. But for to God, I'm going hard. Okay, so now we can establish that this is the floor. Beautiful price action off of that floor. 590.75 coming in hot. Peyton gets credit card. We get Potter. Trade offer. Trade offer. Wait, whose credit card? Because if she's getting mine, that's just what's going to happen anyway. I can't handle this fucking picture, Peyton. She drew this just by herself? When's your birthday, Astro? No shit. That's right. It's May 17th. I think you said Young Gun? Better calm down there, Buster. Iran says talks won't happen until the 5 conditions are met. Gang, gang. Oh my gosh. They pulled out the switch on him. Yeah, how are those Cisco contracts looking now? 400%? Ooh. Oh yeah, he was like 350 a second ago, so he's got to be ripping. News reversal or a rejection at the same rejection level that you've been rejecting when you reject. Hold on. Punch back right here through this 45-second box. Careful. Again, if you were trying to go short, remember, zoom the fuck out and look at that 589. Where are we at? It's good. Peyton, yeah. So that is where price. Oh my God. Exactly. Fuck. I was just going to say, price has to lose 589 to actually fucking fall. So don't get all wrapped. Oh my God. I'm still holding runners. Oi! The sacks. Yeah. Good God, dude. This is lightning. I love it. And of course, all right. Senior Iranian official to Reuters: Iran initial response to the U.S. proposal not positive, but Tehran is still reviewing the proposal. That sounds so fucked. They're like, yeah, we're not doing any of that, but we'll keep reading the fucking proposal again. Or Trump said, we look it over again. Maybe you missed something. It's a pretty good deal. Get your puts ready. Who says I haven't? No shit. 585s are back to what they cost when I got them. Rogue, you want to get in your basket? All right, then I'm going to show the internet how big you are. It's your humiliation ritual for fame. What? What? I'm not going to show him my crotch. I'm not giving him a show, Peyton. God. Chungus. Look at him, Rogue. It says show the crotch. Garfield. All right, hey, hold on. Yeah, I know. The weight of my cat is usually directly correlated to my financial well-being. This is MF Doom's one beer. Tell your cat I said psst, psst, psst. She just gave me a side eye, so thanks for that, bro. Honestly, it needs a treat for that, Lauren. I'm gonna hang on to these calls, and I gotta go, guys. Unfortunately, I know. All right, then you know what? Deal is you can't yell at me because I swerve a little bit while we're driving. I'm trading. How about this? I'm gonna put your account in 595s and 585s, and I'm gonna blow your account. Or you said go ahead, try me, because I'm the one who's gonna have to put money back in it anyway. No, officer, I'm not drunk. I'm just trading. I can teach you how. Oh, I would definitely use that. I would definitely if yeah, I'm locked in. If he even remotely showed interest, I'd be like, I would. Oh man, I would start breaking my whole strategy down. Show him the cash, dude. Hey, will you heat that up then? This up so I can take it with me? Because thank you, wife. Love of my life. A sharp knife. Yo, what's up? Show him your chain, dude. Brother, what are you doing here? You get your butt off on, out of my face? All right, so what are we doing right now, guys? We are building for the next move, whatever that may be. Up, down, all around. Obviously 591. So you got 591.26 and 591.66. All right. And then like I'm actually gonna grab some little Gambolinis down for that empty space since I can't watch. Something's gonna happen off of this. Get up out of my computer, dude. Yeah, the workshop is discounted 35%, which I don't do. So if you're trying to learn my strategy, probably good time to grab it. Hand picks in the grown up chat. What are you guys doing? Can you tell me if my. Nah, you didn't break it, dude. Also, dude, you see, you sip chomping on them fingers, dude. Let your fingernails grow, dude. He said neatly, brother. You need a. Is it? Did you do that, or did your wife or lady or a lady do that? I could tell. Like he was a fucking weed whacker. They should be in the whites of your nails should be in the shape of crescent moons. See that? See right there? Uh, Unacceptable right there. Look at that. You cut it off right there. You got to round it up, dude. Yeah, go to the manicure. You're banned from the Discord, dude. Nah, man. Maybe a little bit of light. Maybe a light, clear pink. Some hearts in them. It's all right. Sometimes you got to embrace that energy, man. He said, yes, queen. You got to do something about these copycat accounts, dude. I've been trying to do something about the copycat accounts for, I don't know, 70. I don't know, but I thought about like, dude, I wonder if people would be like have a free Discord but charge like 10 cents for lifetime. You know what I mean? Like just so that like if they I could at least like get them banned permanently. I don't know what to do, man. I can't. I try to fight them. Part of me just wants to delete the waiting room. I know. Yeah. Why is there an account with 100K plus followers? Because you can buy accounts with followers. I have a 74K account. All right. Is the 35% off something you do manual or after checkout? I don't see it on the website. It should be at checkout. I've never actually done it. Ivy or Alex, if you have any questions and you go inside of the free Discord, which you go to the website, click on the Discord little logo, join the free Discord, you can talk to Ivy or Alex and they can direct you. Don't call me. Put the bear market code in. Yeah. I thought Miami Potter was you. I am. I think I was Miami Potter in there. Am I still Miami Potter in the free Discord? No, I'm regular. No more Miami. Yeah, yearly is off too. So, all right, guys, I gotta get going. Good. Yeah. What's Did you take it? Damn. I bet yesterday was scary, wasn't it? Yeah, dude. Yeah. Um, you're literally, this is like kind of the last straw here for UNH. This is the floor that needs to break. So I'm just gonna throw this out there, you guys. I can't make decisions for you, but the targets, both the up and the downside. The upside, I have a target of 593. Play with that if you want to. Again, speculate if you'd like. At 594 if something fucking nuts comes in. So, but otherwise, I gotta go. So I'm just gonna gotta set up a little Stratolini, based off of what I already got, but that would be down in like the 585s or something like that. But right now, with this big 30-minute, move back up and reclaim of the floor and 2 hour candle obviously is subject to change, but if we can get outside of these wicks, we can move up into the top of what is just only, again, a retest of the floor. So is there a month or two? Uh, there was a 2 month addition to the workshop when I was teaching the class, for those who were there, but there is not now. I do have an option that has 6 months off or 6 months, and that's off as well or discounted as well. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, my wife's gonna she's staring at me from. I'm gonna go. I'm getting that look right now. I gotta go. No, she can't pull me by my ear. Go before you get in trouble. I just don't want to leave my market, my little market. All right, I love you. Goodbye, Peyton. No, no, Peyton's leaving right now. Oh, I'm just. Yeah, babe, we go warm the car up real quick. I don't know. I think the oil's been very thick lately. You got to get the. And will you grab the blinker fluid out of the garage? Oh, oh my God, dude. Yo, this is actually a pretty sweet setup, guys, on the cues. Look at that. Good. If you can pop over this, it feels like the top of that range, and then maybe 590. And listen, obviously, just having a position based off of the news that is going on in the world. But I'm gonna leave this up. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later when I get back. Yeah, will I definitely will. Yeah, I'm gonna order one. All right, guys. Bye. Uh, see you guys this TikTok. I'll see you guys at like 2:30, or in the Discord if for those of you guys who just signed up. But yeah,